Hey everybody, welcome back to Florida Stacker on YouTube. As you know, silver and gold spot price is on the decline. That's right, moving down, creating some nice opportunities for buyers of precious metals today. So in today's video, we'll look at some of those opportunities, namely what I would be buying, and we're also going to look at a defensive silver coin, a collectible silver coin with not much of a premium over spot. These Peace and Morgan silver dollars, they aren't losing any value today. So let's talk about defensive silver coins and opportunities when we return. Hey everybody, welcome back. So that was quick, right? All right, so we've got Morgan and silver Peace dollars. These particular silver coins are not a full ounce of silver, right? These were coins that were meant for circulation back in 1921 through 1925. That's what I'm focused on. I'm focused on BU, or Brilliant Uncirculated Common Date Morgan, which would be the 1921, and Peace silver dollars. All right, so we're looking at 1922 through 1925. With the bulk of those probably 1922s and 1923 silver Peace dollars. And the reason for that is because they are the most abundant. So as you can see, gold spot price year to date is still up about 10 bucks. However, when you break it down a little bit further, the low for the year was in March, actually March 8th. We saw a price of 1824 and 1827 a little before that. So we're heading back in that direction. And when you break it down to the last 3 days, you can see a clear, path of decline, even more so over the last 24 hours. And guys, this is creating some buying opportunities for both gold and for silver. So looking at silver, same thing. Back in March, you saw the low over the last 3 days, a nice decline. And we'll break that down a little bit further. And you can see those opportunities I'm talking about with spot prices decline. Now, we've already realized premium decreases, and that is because demand is lower than it has been and supply is rather high. So simple economics, right? So now we have a combination of lower premiums and lower spot price. So what is driving this today? And it's really two things. First, let's look at the strength of the dollar. And remember, the DXY index in this chart is showing the dollar's performance compared to a basket of other common currencies that are out there, like the euro as example. So how strong is the dollar as compared to the euro? And looking at year to date, 1 month right here, 1 month it's up 3%. Over the last 5 days, it's up 1%. And today it's up 0.75%. You see that. This is the daily chart here. So around 1 a.m., we had a little dip and then boom, rally. So gold is becoming, cheaper in the US dollar, but is beginning to become, that is, more expensive in foreign currencies. Those foreign currencies are performing, not so well compared to the US dollar. And the other thing that's really driving it, other than the DXY index increasing, is bond yields. These are, stable US Treasury bonds, and you can see that yields are up today. Bond yields compete with gold, and gold is kind of, inversely correlated to the strength of the dollar, right? So you've got a strengthening dollar, and bond yields are on the rise. That's putting pressure against gold and silver. So what would I be buying today? And that would likely be, in the silver side of things, that is, the 1 ounce Buffalo rounds. And because these things are getting pretty cheap, and we'll look at some other prices. Now, my friend Eric over at MetalsMint is offering a sale on silver Buffaloes right now. 2 tubes. I think he's looking at $2 per round over spot, right? Give him a call. Have his information in the video description section. If you want to give him a call, if you need to get over $500 if you're here in Florida, maybe he can work something out for you on 1 tube. But even over on eBay, look at these prices, right? Look at these prices for tubes of Buffalo silver rounds. So if I was a silver stacker, I would be looking to lower my dollar cost average, because you haven't been buying silver for these prices when you take premiums that are also lower and now this lower spot price into account for a very long time. All right, so I would be adding silver rounds to my stack today if I was ready to make a buy. The other thing I would consider, and I've got bullion exchanges here because they're typically about the cheapest you can find, even though APMEX is, PS guys, this is a little hint. APMEX is a lot of the times much cheaper on eBay than they are on their own website. They all have silver eagles in the $530 range, right? $530 to $540 for a tube of 2023 American silver eagles, or you can get ripped off at JM Bullion. That's your choice if you want to pay more. If you've been paying attention, I'm not shopping there anymore. Now, looking at some other opportunities, right? You could consider buying silver Peace and Morgan dollars, the common date ones I mentioned today, but with spot price being down, it's not quite the same value. However, these things are selling for the same price they were when spot was $2 higher. just a few weeks back. So the point I'm trying to make is that right now, for opportunities for buyers, I would look at silver buffalo rounds, and I would also look at potentially American silver eagles. When it comes to gold in particular, the premiums really haven't changed much. It's really spot price driven. So I like the American Gold Eagle in the quarter ounce. That one's coming down less than $500 in some places. And when it comes to a collectible silver coin for defensive purposes, something that you can add to your stack that isn't going to be impacted, I really like the 1922 through 25 peace dollars, namely the 22s and 23s. You do have to pay more for the 24s and 25s, like this one here. These are, they can sometimes range, $5 to $10 more for a BU. 1924, 1925 silver peace dollar. And that is because they are more rare. That's it. Really, it's just mintage numbers. To put it simply, there's less of them. So, obviously over time, these things are becoming more and more rare as, S happens, right? Shit happens. Let's just go ahead and say it. So sometimes things happen to people's collections. They pass away. They don't properly get sold or passed on, generationally speaking. But getting to the moral of the story, this particular silver coin was going for about $30 to $35 2 weeks ago, and it's going for about $30 to $35 today, regardless of that spot price change. So if you're looking for something that's not too expensive, paying 30 to 35 bucks for a silver coin that maintains its value and only gradually increases over time, obviously as supply diminishes, then consider something like brilliant uncirculated silver peace dollars, the common date ones, Morgan silver dollars that go with the 21s, and also brilliant uncirculated 90% silver coins like silver half dollars, silver mercury dimes, silver quarters, things like that, because the spot price decline doesn't really impact the value of that particular purchase, so much. It does a little bit more so with the brilliant uncirculated 90%, but not so much with these silver coins. Now, let me transition a little bit to talk about gold while we look at some more of these, nice silver half dollars and silver dollars that I recently picked up from ATMEX. So these here are actually my pickups. This one's the 1925. So let's check this out while we talk briefly about gold and look at some gold prices today. So what I really like when it comes to gold today is the quarter ounce gold American Eagle coin. And I'm going to explain why I think this is the best option, namely for those that are also considering a tube of silver rounds, right? We're looking at $460, $470 for a tube of generic silver buffalo rounds. And we're also looking at, $530 to $540, right, for American silver eagles. So this is definitely in the range. Now, you're not really going to save any more these days going with foreign quarter ounce gold coins than you are the eagle. Look, same price, $523.02. You really got to pay attention. It says $513, but that's if you order, 20 of them. That's a whole tube. So when you look at just one versus one over here on Liberty Coin, I would definitely go back to the Eagle. It's time. It's time, folks. It's time to switch back to the American Gold Eagle and the American Silver Eagle. You're going to get better premiums when you go to sell, typically online as well as at coin shops. And look, you're paying basically the same price. So it's a no-brainer to me. If you live here in the United States, jump off these Britannias, even though they appear cheaper. Really, the Eagle is right there with them today. So that's what I would be looking at if I was looking at gold. I would be looking at the quarter ounce and the 10th ounce gold American Eagles because they are right there when it comes to premium over spot now at a lot of the online dealers and local dealers as compared to the foreign gold coins that we were more or less kind of focused on here on this channel. At least I was, because, I could buy them for $20 or $30 less and get the same weight in gold. And when you would go to sell them, sometimes you would only get maybe 10 less than you would with an Eagle back. But that has changed now. This is the new environment. So, that's what I would be looking at, guys. I would be looking at quarter ounce gold American Eagles, 10th ounce gold American Eagles. If you've got a bigger budget than that for gold, then obviously the half ounce and the full ounce gold American Eagles for the same relative premiums as the foreign stuff. And when it comes to silver, definitely silver rounds today to lower your dollar cost average, or the American Silver Eagles if you're someone like me who likes coins, or maybe you're building a monster box like, Patriotic Stacker and myself. We're both working on building full monster boxes of American Silver Eagles. And if you're looking for something not too expensive that doesn't really, lose value during days like this when we see, a $2 decline in silver spot price over just a week, a little more than a week, Then consider common date Brilliant Uncirculated Morgan and Peace silver dollars, namely the 1922 and 23 Peace silver dollars, because there are more of them out there, okay? So you get them for a lower price. They're very popular. As a matter of fact, outside of the American Silver Eagle and the Canadian Silver Maple Leaf, the third most popular coin that people buy, according to ATMAX, who has great data considering they're the biggest coin and bullion dealer in North America, is the Peace and Morgan silver dollar, the number 3 most purchased. So don't you want to hold something that people want to buy if you need to sell? I think that's important to consider at least. So fractional quarter ounce gold American Eagles, tubes of American Silver Eagles, generic silver Buffalo rounds, silver Peace dollars, silver Morgan dollars. If that is all you stacked, you'd be set. You'd be great. But of course, there are good options out there. And silver bars, 90%, and many other things. But that's the update today. Thanks for watching.
Thank you for watching our video. I hope you subscribe to our YouTube channel.